So hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In our video today we look at the Carabao semi-final clash between Chelsea and Middlesbrough, as Chelsea hosted Middlesbrough, who came into this game with an advantage after they won the opening leg 1-0. So Chelsea managed to put up an emphatic performance in this game, scoring 6 goals and conceding late on from Roger. This was such a remarkable performance from Chelsea, as well as a disastrous performance for Middlesbrough. So this was another night at Stamford Bridge, and Maurizio Pochettino picked the following personnel as his lineup. Ben Chilwell started his first game, playing as left back, with Disasi starting as right back. Enzo and Caicedo in midfield, Cole Palmer and Mudryk and Raheem Sterling in the wide areas, with Broja leading the line. I had predicted in my lineup that Gusto would have started, but actually he picked up an injury. But you can see that my lineup is quite similar to what was picked. Conor Gallagher did not start, and Kane Chukwuemeka managed to come back, and he looked quite positive when he came on. On the other hand, Middlesbrough lined up in the default in a 3-4-3, which usually was a 5-3-2, with both wing backs dropping deep, playing as extra fullbacks, while the team playing quite negatively. So Maurizio Pochettino was highly confronted by fans as a result of his first leg defeat. But yesterday he managed to put players in their natural positions, and this bore fruit. With his team looking quite positive, this has to give credit to Maurizio Pochettino. Now let's look at how they did, but before we do that, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. So Chelsea, initially Middlesbrough were not pressing high, and Petrovic could find either Thiago Silva and Levi Colwill with the ball. And Ben Chilwell down the left was much more aggressive, while Disasi was quite reserved, with Ben Chilwell constantly making that underlapping run to attack the left half space. You can see here how Chelsea were building with a 3, with Thiago Silva playing as the central centre back, with Disasi and Colwill playing alongside him. So Chelsea would form a pseudo wide back 3, though it was quite narrow earlier on. Raheem Sterling would hold the width down the right, with Cole Palmer playing next to him down the right half space. Chilwell would make that advanced run, with Enzo pushing forward to play and act as a second striker to MiddlesBrough. You can see here the position of Palmer receiving the ball, while Sterling is holding the width to pin the fullback quite high. Now, the great thing about playing with these wide centre backs is that especially down the right, Disasi was quite interesting. Disasi would receive the ball and immediately look to progress with the ball forward. And once Disasi would progress with the ball forward, he would be pulling the winger out of position, and this would free up space for Raheem Sterling to have his preferred 1v1 with a winger, where they could either link up with Cole Palmer, who would attempt to slide him through. And this is what resulted in the first goal for Chelsea, as Palmer slid through Raheem Sterling, who made a lovely cutback for MiddlesBrough. Here again, another good thing is that we saw in this game is that Chelsea committed a lot of players in attack, and this enabled them to have multiple attacking outlets in the forward areas of the pitch. Now, it was quite interesting how Chelsea managed to maneuver the ball down the left, and the higher position of Enzo was creating all sorts of issues for Middlesbrough. But this also created a lot of problems for Chelsea, because now the onus was on Mykhailo Mudryk to come deeper to receive the ball. And Mudryk was afraid on taking his fullback on, and majority of the time he wanted to cut in so that he can attempt to play a pass to Ben Chilwell. And some of the times when Mudryk will do this, he will lose possession and put Chelsea's backline under pressure and under counter-attack, and Mudryk would attempt to play that sliding ball and immediately lose the ball, and Chelsea would find themselves in deep trouble. Here you can see how Enzo is high up the pitch. Now Colwill has the ball, So when Colwill has the ball, he decides to play the ball to Mykhailo Mudryk. Now Mudryk in this position, rather than attempting to run with the ball at space and attempt to make a crossing, he decides to cut in. So Mudryk decides to cut in to play Ben Chilwell in this space vacated by the fullback, which is it's good. It's good to attempt those risk-taking passes. So he plays that ball to Ben Chilwell, and the fullback manages to intercept the ball. Now look, Mudryk is left in a 2v1 situation, and now Chilwell is caught high up the pitch. Now Middlesbrough were looking now to counter-attack. Now another great thing that we saw in this game is the numbers that Chelsea were putting forward. So Enzo would play alongside Broja. Palmer will also play. So this is the quad that I was telling you about in the preview that Chelsea should be forming. Now Chelsea were lucky because they managed to stop these rapid counter-attacks by Middlesbrough, and this goes to credit to Colwill and Thiago Silva. So in the second half, Mudryk was withdrawn, Sterling was put in his preferred left position, and Noni Madueke was put down the right. And this really worked well. Enzo Fernandez started to play slightly deeper. Disasi got license to now bomb forward, and this is what we saw resulting in Disasi's first goal. Raheem Sterling would play in this inside channel, and he was much more comfortable. Noni Madueke in this position would attempt to pull a fullback out of position and look to slide in the ball to Disasi. And this is what made sometimes Disasi to have time and space to attack the half space, and I was really impressed by his performance, noting that he is a centre-back. He was giving those Ivanovic and Cesar Azpilicueta vibes while playing down the right. So Chelsea, in one of their most poorest seasons in many years, find themselves in a Wembley final. This is a final that is so important for this young squad, and it's a trophy that Mauricio Pochettino will be really hoping that he can win, so that he can try to bring a lot of confidence to this team and also try to bring the fans on board to get on to the project. On the other hand, this is also another clear performance by Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer managed to score a brace, and he almost made an assist for a goal that Disasi should have easily scored. He really opened up the place, especially by playing those penetrative balls for the runs of Raheem Sterling, showcasing why he is a gem in this Chelsea squad. Overall, Chelsea squad looked quite interesting and looked quite great. Players such as Disasi really stepped up. Enzo Fernandez also played quite well, even in the more advanced position. And for the first time in a very long time, I've seen Mauricio Pochettino playing players in their natural position. Chilwell at left back has really improved the team. Now, if Gusto will be available to start on Friday together with Nkunku, and if Nkunku can play down the left, then Mauricio Pochettino's team will be looking so terrifying, and a lot of rivals will be scared of playing against Chelsea. So Mauricio Pochettino will be happy having made a Wembley final, a cup final, in his first season at Chelsea. He will be looking to try to start his tenure at Chelsea with a trophy and win the first trophy in the Todd Boehly era. And this might also silence his critics who say that Mauricio Pochettino cannot win anything. In his post-match press conference, he expressed how he really desperately wants to win this trophy. So do you think Chelsea are going to win the Carabao Cup in the final in February? And if you've stayed with us till the end of this video, thanks for watching, and see you again.